Hi guys, TLC Puzzle Lord here, and today we are going to solve the 3x3 mirror cube. This cube solves exactly like the regular 3x3 Rubik's Cube, even though there's no colors to be foretold. First thing let's take a look at the pieces here. Now I'm going to call this big side here, I would call that the top, or the first side, or we would call it the white side maybe, because the pieces are real big, so it's real easy to tell when this thing's all jumbled up. One thing I do want to look at is I want to look at the top here, and I see that I have a big piece here, and this piece here is just slightly bigger than that piece, and this skinny piece is over here on the other side of this. Now it's important to remember when this thing's all jumbled up that you put those pieces back in the right place. If you don't, then it won't solve right. It'd be like doing the regular 3x3. It'd be like having this piece here over here. It just wouldn't work right. So first thing I'm going to do then, after explaining that, we're going to solve this here once it's all jumbled up. Then this here would be the second layer, and then this here would be the equivalent of your yellow layer. So we'll get this thing all jumbled up here, and we'll see what we can do about solving it. All right, it looks like a fairly decent scramble there. So the first thing I want to do, since I wanted to solve the big layer first, is I want to find a big center layer, center point. So I can tell that one's not it. That one's probably not it. This one here looks like that's the tallest piece. And I can check that by just rolling. That one there actually rolls up right into place. So we'll just leave that one there. And this piece here, I remember, goes on the opposite side of that. So I'll do is I'll just roll this down, spin it over, and then roll it back up. So that one goes there. Now if you remember, the big piece went just beside this big piece, the really big piece. Let's find it, or the one that goes there. And it looks like that piece is already right there in place. So all I got to do is just roll it up. And now we're looking for just one more piece to finish our white cross. It looks like it's right there. So I'll just roll it up so I can spin it to the bottom and then get it out of the way. This is similar to the way you would do the regular Rubik's Cube. If I can get the pieces to line up here. Oops, I lost that piece. Oh, there it is. Okay. And now where'd my piece go? Oh, there it is. And then spin that one up. Okay, so now we've got our cross done. Now we just need to put the corners in just like we would on the regular Rubik's Cube. So I want these pieces to be on the side like this with the short side. I wouldn't want this wide side to be there, for ease sake anyway. So it looks like this piece here goes right here, and I can check it. Yep, that's right. Okay. So I just hold that piece in front of me. I know it goes here, so I just turn it out of the way, come down so I can get it, put it in place, and then roll it back up, just like on the regular Rubik's Cube. Now we just need to find these other two pieces. And there's one of them right there. And it looks like I have to do a... Remember how I said I wanted a short piece on the side, and it's not? So I just have to roll this piece up. So I'll just roll it up, put it over, put this piece here, and then put that back. And now that piece is there. I just have to spin it back down to the bottom layer. So I do that, move it out of the way, and then spin that back up. And now that piece is where I can put it in place. And we'll check it. It goes right there. So now I know it's right where it goes. I spin it out of the way. I come down so I can get it, put it in place, and then roll it up. And now we're just looking for that last piece, which just happens to be there. So let's roll that piece down. And then out of the way. And then back up. So now we can put that piece in place. So it's right here, it goes right there. So we just turn it out of the way, come down so we can get it, put it in place, and then roll it up. So now we've got our white side done, what I'm calling the white side. So we just put that white side on bottom. We'll work on getting this middle layer. What we want to do is find the middle piece that lines up there. That one doesn't. That one does. That's flush. So all the other sides will be flush too. Now we just want to put these pieces here in rather. So we'll go to this top layer and we'll look for them. Here's a big piece here. So I don't want the real skinny pieces because they go in the top layer. So here's a big piece. So I know it goes somewhere on this layer. So I'm just going to turn it until it's flush with one of these pieces, and it's flush there. So now I know it either goes there or there. And it looks like it goes there. I can check that real quick, and it looks like it goes there. So I know that goes to the right. So I just want to turn to the left, right up, right, right down. Then turn it where it's facing me, and go to the right, left up, left, left down. And now that piece is in place. And the other piece is already right there. That's good. So that goes there. So it goes to the left. So I want to go to the right, left up, left, left down, and turn it here. Go to the left, right up, right, right down. Now that piece is in place. So it looks like there's a piece here that's flush here, and that piece is already in, so it has to go there. So that's on the left. So we'll turn this to the right, left up, left, left down, left, right up, right, right down. Now that piece is in. So we got one more piece, and here it is here. That piece has to go there because all the other pieces are in place. So that goes to the left. So we'll go right, left up, left, left down, left, right up, right, right down. So now that gets both those layers, just like on a regular Rubik's Cube. And now we'll solve the top cross, just like we would on a normal Rubik's Cube. So I've got this L shape here, just like we would do. You would either have a dot, an L, or a line, or you could have the cross already. If you have a dot, you'll do the algorithm once and it'll get you here. If you're here, you'll do this, then you'll get a line. So you just repeat this algorithm until you get your cross. So we want this L face like this if you have the L. I wouldn't want it over here. You'd want it like this. And then you just do the same algorithm you do on the Rubik's Cube, which is going to be F, R, U, RI, UI, and FI. And that gave us the line. We want the line going this way. And we'll just do the algorithm again. F, R, U, RI, UI, and FI. And now we've got our cross. But you can see it's not oriented correctly. That's not flush there. So we'll find one side that is flush. And we only want one side to be flush. So right here, this one's flush and this one is flush. So let's rotate it until we can find just one side that's flush. Because what we're going to do is we're going to rotate these pieces counterclockwise. So this piece will go here, this piece will go here, and this piece will go here. And we'll just do an R, U, RI, U, R, UI, UI, and RI. And then we'll check it again. This one stayed the same. This one moved here, but it's still not right. It needs to go there. So if we do it one more time, it should put those pieces in the right place. So it's going to be R, U, RI, U, R, UI, UI, RI. And now they're all flush, so they're in the right spot. All we have to do now is get the corners in the right spot. Now this corner, we're looking for one corner that's in the right spot, and the other three should be wrong, unless all of them are right, in which case just hang on for just a minute. Okay, this piece is in the wrong place, so let's find one that is in the right place. Looks like this one's in the wrong place. This one here is wide and fat, so it goes here, it's just oriented wrong. That would be the same thing as this scenario here, where this piece is in the right place. It's just flipped, and it's easier to tell because everything's square. So this piece goes here, and these three do not. So we'll do this algorithm, and it's going to rotate these other pieces counterclockwise. So we'll do U, R, UI, LI, U, RI, UI, and L. This is exactly the same way we would solve the regular Rubik's Cube. So if you've done it, all these steps are basically just repeat. So now we'll recheck it. We've done it once, let's recheck it. This one stayed where it was, and all these moved. And you can tell this one here is not in the right spot. So we just need to do the algorithm again. U, R, UI, LI, U, RI, UI, and L. And we'll recheck. Looks like this piece is right, this piece is right, this piece is right, and this piece is right. It looks confusing because they're standing up, but like I said, that's the same thing as this here. It's just flipped wrong. So now all we have to do, all these pieces are in the right place. We just have to get them oriented correctly or permeated correctly. So that's just where we do our old RIDI, RD. And in this case, we'll do that 4 times because all 4 of these are wrong. So we'll do an RI, DI, RD. You have to do it at least twice. RI, DI, RD. And you can see that, put that in place. So without moving anything else, we'll rotate the top. Just the top. Because we'll put that next corner in place. Don't worry about the rest of this. When we get it all solved, that will all fall into place. And we'll just do the same algorithm. RI, DI, RD. Turn. Okay, you have to do it at least twice, so we'll do it again. RI, DI, RD. Okay, that didn't do it, so we'll do it at least 2 more times. RI, DI, RD. RI, DI, RD. Don't forget that last D, even though that's in place. We'll rotate it around to where the next piece is in place, and we'll do an RI, DI, RD. RI, DI, RD. RI, DI, RD. RI, DI, RD. Okay, and that's in place. So just move the top, only the top. Get the last piece in place. RI, DI, RD. RI, DI, RD. And just like that, it's solved. It's just that easy, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more of these videos, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Thanks.